what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the Philadelphia Phillies in Grapefruit League action in Clearwater, Florida. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. And stand by for a sec while I listen to my own sound of my voice to make sure everything's sounding okay. That's right. I'm coming at you live. We are in the Clearwater, Florida Phillies spring training complex. Okay? Wow. That is way too light. I can't even see the chat. All right. Plenty to work on, apparently. Folks, welcome into the channel. If you're brand new, listen, things are a little bit, it's spring training. What can I tell you? There's a lot of new things going on with the channel. Yesterday was the first game of the spring. The Orioles lost to the Pirates 10-5. And yeah, so a lot of upgrades have been made over the off season on the channel. And I mean, I'm getting used to a lot of new things. And I apologize that the lack of professionalism that you've come to expect from a random nobody on YouTube. But I'm happy to be here today, folks. We've got a starting pitching matchup that's going to feature Cade Povich against Tyler Phillips for the Phillies. And yeah, we've got starting lineups. We've got plenty of time before first pitch. I just wanted to make sure everything was up and running. In fact, let me lower the volume over here. How are you doing there, Charm City chat? Let me know you can hear me loud and clear and if everything's sounding okay. This game is being broadcast on MLB Network. The Philadelphia local broadcast is covering the game as well, but as far as I know, this is going to be the only game until, I think, the first couple of days of March. We got lucky. We got the very first 2 games back-to-back, February 22nd, 23rd. But I'll keep checking, and please hit your notifications and look at the community tab. I will definitely post if I see there's going to be a game on in the next few days. But the next scheduled game, last I saw, I think is a couple of days into March. So it's about a week. Oh no. Why is the game pausing over here? Take a look at this. Oh, it looks like it's back. All right. So again, Normally, I'd be talking right at you and giving you a great sales pitch about how this is a great channel to be a part of if you're an Orioles fan. It is a dedicated channel for covering Orioles baseball. I started it last season, and the mission was to cover all 162 games. Somehow I did it against all odds. I really don't know how it happened. Really was a miracle. But anyway, try to adjust it. What is the deal? What is the deal? Let's take it back over here. Now I can read the chat a little bit better. Okay, that's good. For some reason, the green screen is not really cutting the mustard, though. Not sure why. Got the light. It's too bright, to be honest. I'd like to take it down a notch, but it only makes background more visible. Part you don't want to see more visible, I guess I should say. Yeah, that's... Oh my, is it raining outside now? I've got rain. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of... Oh my goodness, there is a big rain coming down where I am right now. It's getting louder by the second. Cross your fingers, folks, that we just stay online at this point. There's a huge storm coming in out of nowhere. My goodness, okay. All right, so first pitch should be at 5 minutes past the hour, so we've got about 12 minutes. We're good to go. Let me say hi to the Charm City chat, and I'm going to try to do a better job of that in this game today, folks. I didn't get to interact a whole lot with you guys in the first game yesterday, which, by the way, great turnout. We had about 1,200 views. We had as many as 70 people in chat at a given time. We had over 100 likes. Just great numbers for a first game in February that has no meaning in terms of the result. It's a good sign that things are going to pick right up where they left off and hopefully continue to grow. But yeah, we lost that game 10-5. Albert Suarez did not look too sharp in his couple of innings of work. And we did see Emmanuel Rivera go yard. That was nice. We saw Enrique Bradfield Jr. come in to pinch run for Ced Mullins again and get thrown out trying to steal. Yeah, we saw some things. Luis Vasquez, a utility infielder that'll probably just be depth for the team, dashed in AAA. He made a couple of nice defensive plays in yesterday's ball game. But again, it's not the results that matter. It's just watching certain players, making sure they're looking sharp, whether they're coming back from injury or whether they're trying to prove something, like a Kobe Mayo, for example. So yeah, Charm City chat. Let's quickly say hello to everybody. I see Big Cuz, Edward, Matt, who's one of our mods. Rob, another mod, is here. He's got the Discord link for the BirdWatcher channel in there, folks. Check it out. Click on that link and just say hello in the general thread. And you've got a community away from the community when the games aren't on and when I'm not streaming live. We're all hanging out over there at the Discord. So Big Cuz, Edward, Matt, Douglas, Joshua. March 11th, Joshua is saying. There's definitely games before that one, Joshua. I think March 3rd or March 2nd was the next one that I saw on my list. I put together a list of not just the Masson games, local Baltimore coverage, but also the teams are playing. I looked at their schedule, and if they're playing a game on their TV, well, I'm going to watch it through MLB Network. So after all the digging, that's what I came up with, although I think the Blue Jays had not listed any games scheduled when typically they do show games. They had 26 spring training games last year. They show pretty much all of them, but the schedule wasn't out a couple of days ago, as of a couple of days ago. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, folks. do plan on seeing plenty of spring games, but it might be a few days before the next one. That's fine. In all honesty, I could use a little bit of a break after just doing 2 straight nights at 1 o'clock in the morning, because I'm trying to get my stamina back. I don't want to burn out too fast. Abby Kemper, how are you? Let's go Phillies. All right, Abby. The Phillies lost yesterday 6-7. Abby, what did any notable things happen in that game for you? Any players hit a home run or somebody do something special, a pitcher that looked good? I'll tell you this, somebody I'm looking forward to seeing today, he is with this team and this squad, Rodolfo Martinez. This was a non-roster invitee, a pitcher who pitched in Mexico in 2024, I guess I should say. And he's been turning heads in camp so far in the early days with a lively fastball, touching triple digits. And if he can get into a couple of these games and prove to be effective, the Orioles have a nice little problem on their hands. He could be the Albert Suarez of 2025, although he wouldn't be as versatile as Suarez. He's not a starting pitcher, but he could be helping the bullpen for us. Hey, we do have starting lineups ready to go for the Orioles. If you're ready, folks, here's what I got. Where is it? Leading off and playing second base for Baltimore, Terrin Vavra. Colton Cowser. Folks, the Cowser is back in the lineup. He'll bat second and play left field. Emmanuel Rivera, again yesterday with a 2-run home run. He'll play first base and bat third. Heston Kjerstad's in the cleanup spot. He'll be in right field. Kobe Mayo behind him doing the DHing today and batting fifth. Sammy Basallo. Oh, yeah, look at the middle of this order. Kjerstad, Mayo, Basallo. Oh, I'm getting the feels. Sam Basallo will be behind the plate and bat sixth. Nick Gordon, veteran utility player, will be in center field, batting seventh. I can't get this guy's name ever right. It's Mashin, and his first name is Vimael. Vimael. Mashin. I'm sorry I'm butchering your name, sir. He was once a Philly. Now he's an Oriole, and he's playing third base, batting eighth. He was 0 for 2 yesterday. And finally, Livan Soto, who I accidentally, in yesterday's game, or mistakenly, I guess is the better word, I thought he had been outright cut. Maybe he was, and he just cleared waivers and got added back to the roster. But there was definitely a period at some point this winter where Livan Soto was cut from the 40-man roster in order to make space for an addition. I think it was Vasquez at that time. Folks, we got a super chat already coming in. We love the super chats here.
Message for you, son.
Folks, the best way to get BW's attention and be sure to have your message heard, it's via the super chat. Big Cuz, thank you so much, and I'm not quite sure why I'm not able to hit a big heart. I'm tapping it right now. Normally, there's a little spot for me to tap a heart to let you know I'm liking the cut of your jib, but it's not letting me do it, sir. But Big Cuz, thank you so much for the donation.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Folks, just a reminder again, this is a bare bones operation. Me, myself, and I live on the other side of the planet. I'm an Orioles fanatic. I'm dedicating my life to calling ball games until I drop dead. So it's a community that really does survive with donations just like that. I do appreciate it. Folks, there's some ways you can help out the channel, and it doesn't have to be monetary. Just hitting the like button. Folks, if you haven't done that already, feel free to do so. Little thumbs up right below your screen. Subscribing to the channel if you haven't done that yet. In fact, why don't we go ahead and make sure this subscribe window is updating live for us. We'll see. It seems to only update like every 10 new subs. Like it's not going one at a time. Like I thought it would. Let me see back over here. Is it different if I do this? There's just too many buttons over here, folks. Too many buttons. All right. I think it's all the same. Tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. All right, folks, this game's about to get underway. Let me take it back over here to the main scene. And actually, I lie. Let me bring it back that way because I think I'm going to make an adjustment in this window here. So stand by. This game getting started here soon. For the Phillies, by the way, leading off and DHing Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos will play right field batting second. Brandon Marsh in center field hitting third. Edmundo Sosa will be the shortstop and bat cleanup. Cody Clemens at first base. Garrett Stubb doing the catching, batting sixth. Cal Stevenson in left field. Buddy Kennedy batting eighth at second base. And Christian Arroyo will play third base and bat ninth. That is the Phillies lineup. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to see, is this even updating yet? We're just going to have to wait for first pitch before I can know. Uh-oh, don't do that. Don't do that now. Huh. All right, well, we'll just keep it here on standby here for a minute. Might be a minute before I make an adjustment. Right now it looks like this. I know it's not too appealing, but yeah, we should have first pitch here in just a couple of minutes. Yeah, a lucky strike would help. I've got a nice cold coffee. Hazelnut. A little bit of that hazelnut action. Wow. Oh, that is. I'm telling you right now. This place makes really good coffee and fresh waffles. Just plain waffles with the really thick syrup traps. Fresh, chewy, flaky, yummy waffles. Don't need no syrup. You just eat the waffle, have a coffee. It's fantastic. All right. Mac, I might get a lucky right now. I'm telling you what. Oh, folks, thank you so much for being here today. Once again, we are getting prepared for the 2025 season. And I just can't wait. Can't wait to get things going. It's still going to be, what, about 5 weeks? But man, time goes by a lot faster when you got spring training games going on versus November, December, January. It gets tough, folks. BW, every broadcast. What's going on, Benny Jets? How you been, buddy? I like those binoculars you got there.
Nice binoculars. Nice binoculars.
Hotel waffles you make fresh are great. Oh, I tell you what. I travel light, but if I had to take one appliance with me to a deserted island, it might be a waffle maker. It just might be. Yeah. Telling me my bit rate is lower than it should be. Hey, folks, do you mind if we do a quick lag check? I say a number, type it in, and we'll see how quickly we're connected here. The number is 2. Type in the number 2 right now. And don't worry if you don't do it. Somebody else will. All I need is a couple of people. Hopefully I'll see it in 3, 2, 1. There it is. Nice. Beautiful, folks.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
All right, just a gentle reminder, if you're watching the ball game along with me and you're ahead of me, there's a way you can sync up. Just pause your game. Allow me to make a call, first out of the ball game. If you see that out before I call it, pause the game as soon as that out happens, and then I call it, and then you unpause, and then you're all synced up, okay? No spoilers, please. Obviously, it's not a big deal. It's spring training, but it's always nice to get some practice in with that sort of thing. Be kind to each other in the chat. No politics, okay? No just hurling insults at each other. Teasing is okay, but we all know where the line is. And we have mods here who will be the arbitrators of such situations. The idea is to have a fun community, folks, okay? And we like positivity around here. We like optimism. It's a long season, and trust me, there's going to be times where I will be speaking my mind in a way where I'm not too happy. But there's a lot of fans out there, especially in this day and age, that are pretty much set at a default level of just intolerable pessimism. It's just too much, folks. This might not be the right sport for you. If you go 10 games in and we're 4-6 and you're ready to jump ship, this might not be the right sport for you. Just saying. This is baseball, folks. Hey, by the way, March 15th. This might have been the date somebody in chat had already mentioned, but that is the spring breakout game between the Orioles and the Yankees. That's going to be at 6 o'clock Eastern on March 15th. That is still several weeks away, but that is going to be one worth watching. Okay. The starter for the Phillies is now out here on the mound taking his warm-up tosses. So first pitch is just moments away, and now it does appear like this board has updated somewhat. So let me bring it back over here and see if I can adjust. Hopefully I won't be missing any pitches. Oh, that's not the right board, though, is it? We're looking for... What are we looking for? What am I looking at over here? Huh? Tell you what. Okay, we're about to get started. Terrin Vavra is stepping in the left side of the batter's box. Phillips on the mound, right-hander for the Phillies. And again, just stand by. I think I got to go to play-by-play. No, there's no data for that. Okay. There might not be... an animation for this game. Some games have a stat tracker and some games do not, but we are officially underway. 1-0 the count on Vavra. Next pitch, he fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks, it's the Orioles playing the Phillies. Second game of the Grapefruit League preseason. First road game for Baltimore at Baycare Ballpark, Clearwater, Florida. Here's a swing and a miss on a pitch low and in from Phillips. The count of 1-2 strikes. Okay, so I'm going to try to figure out exactly where. Pretty sure the Yahoo page is slower than the ESPN page, which is good. Next pitch to Vavra. That one's lined down the right field line into the corner, and that is a foul ball. Just foul. Vavra missing extra bases by a couple of feet. All right, so here's the ESPN interface. That looks okay, but how far ahead are they right now? Apparently, this is going to be at least an 8-pitch at bat, and I've only seen 4, so it's very far ahead. That's no good. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Vavra. And another foul ball. Okay, okay, so now it's up. Now the animation is up on Yahoo. Let me go back and see if it's showing up here. Let's refresh this. Sorry, folks. I might be ruining the Terran Vavra at bat, but he is still up there with a 2-2 count. Pitch from Phillips is inside. The count is run full. So good at bat here from the leadoff man to begin the ball game. Seeing a lot of pitches. And that one's low and in. So Terran Vavra, draw yourself a walk. Nicely done, sir.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right, I got to get in here and adjust this. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec, mister. And I won't tell you no lies. What's up? I'm almost there. All right, in the batter's box, it's Colton Cowser, folks. Remember him? Get those cows up in the chat. We got cow emojis, don't you know? We got them. We got the meats. Don't you know? It's like Arby's up in here. Oh, here's a swing. He went around. Half swing by Cowser, but he went 1 ball, 1 strike to the milkman. And now, let's work with that. There we go. Let's see, what's it showing right now? Joe Cowser at the plate. That ball hit him. Colton Cowser is hit by a pitch. And the Orioles will have the first 2 base runners on. First and second, nobody out, as Phillips went too far inside there. Let me take a look at this pitch again. Yeah, it looked like, I don't know if he throws maybe a 2-seam fastball, but it looked like a fastball inside that wanted to tail back over, but never tailed. And it got Cowser just below the hip. In a good spot to get hit. Here's Emmanuel Rivera, by the way, folks. We'll still call him the Kraken. And Rivera with a feeble swing on the first pitch, a sinker that nearly in the dirt. Strike 1. The Orioles with 2 on, nobody out. Here's a swing, and I don't know if it's a foul tip or not, but it's 0-2 as that pitch was in the dirt. Rivera. 2 bad swings here to begin this at bat. But he's still alive. It does look like this tracker is 1 pitch ahead of me. So it's up to you, folks. If you don't want to be spoiled, just don't stare at that sports tracker. You don't have to look at it. Check swing again by Rivera. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire. The ball got away a few feet, and that's going to allow Terran Vavra to move up to third base. And the trail runner moving up to second base. Colton Cowser. So Vavra at third, Cowser at second after a wild pitch. A chance for Rivera to get an RBI here. Another check swing, another appeal. This time he went. Rivera. He was anxious to swing the bat. He was trying to swing at every pitch up there, and most of them were in the dirt like that one. So the first out of the inning, still runners at second and third. Now we got to get these runs in, and we got Silent J. Folks, please, silence. Quiet in the Charm City chat. We've got a very important moment in the ball game, as there's some sort of, oh, what's going on? I guess a souvenir for somebody beyond the left field wall there. All right, folks, big moment in the ball game. Heston Kjerstad at the plate, second and third, 1 out. We need at least to get 1 run in here. This spot. Check swing, Kjerstad, and the home plate umpire points at him for going around. And I tell you what, it didn't look like much of a swing to me. We need to make contact, folks. Be calm. Be calm. Erstad fouls it away, and the count is no balls and 2 strikes. All right, hang in there, folks. Hang in there. Got to get that run in now. Second and third, nobody out. These are the situations you got to cash in on in the regular season. Here's a breaking ball swung on and miss, and Kjerstad is down on strikes. Ouch. All right, folks. We need a 2-out knock, and it's time to break out some condiments. That's right. I'm talking about a little bit of mayo over here.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Get it all on there, Kobe. Spread it out. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Phillips has a sweeper in his arsenal, and he just broke one off there nicely. That one's inside and nearly hit Mayo, who had to push his hips back to avoid getting hit by this one. That was actually up near the letters of the jersey. 1 ball, 1 strike, second and third, 2 down here in the top of the first. Here's a ground ball, and that is a diving stop. No, it's through. It's a base hit, and that should score a pair, and it will. Ladies and gentlemen, Kobe Mayo, how about get yourself a 2-out, 2-run single? Folks, splash it up. The Orioles have taken an early 2-0 lead. Kobe got a pitch on the outer half of the plate, was still able to get around on it and pull it past the shortstop on the ground. Very bright field out there. It's hard to pick up the baseball when the camera cuts to the infield. Couldn't tell if the shortstop had a bead on that ball or not. Luckily, he did not. And the Orioles are ahead 2-0 here in the first. And folks, it's Samuel Basallo at the plate. Who doesn't want to see this at bat right now? I don't have a button for Basallo yet, but I'm definitely going to just let him do his thing. There's a first pitch strike. Catcher whips a throw down to first base. Kobe Mayo back in with a slide. Oh, it's so nice to see Kobe Mayo driving in a couple of runs. That's got to be good for his confidence, especially with 2 down. Big hit for Baltimore. 0-1 to Basallo, and he's gotten fooled by that curveball from Phillips. Another pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed by an Oriole in this inning. I tell you what, this kid is 20 years old. Would you look at, this dude... This dude is major league ready looking to me. The 0-2, and he somehow got a piece of that pitch that looked like it was going to bounce in the dirt. Fouls it off to the right to stay alive. It may not seem like a big deal, but that shows me he can really cover a lot of the plate and, more importantly, get the balls off the plate. Another 0-2 coming to Basallo, and there's a breaking ball, and he hits it on the ground to first. And the first baseman will just take it to the bag himself unassisted for the final out of the inning. But the Orioles score twice. They only got 1 hit, but it was a big one. As 2-out, 2-run single by Kobe Mayo. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Orioles 2 and the Phillies coming up. Folks, not too shabby to start the evening, huh? Or afternoon, I guess I should say. Who likes a little mayo on their sandwich? Give me some of that mayo. I got to tell you, I might have to use a different site for this sub count thing because I am not convinced that it's updating. I'm not convinced. Been sitting on that number forever. What is the deal? Folks, subscribe. Why not? I wore my best shirt today for you. Come on. Hold up your end of the bargain. What do you think? Hey, do up for the Orioles in the next half inning. Or, sorry, do up for the Phillies, I should say. Schwarber, Castellanos, and Marsh. Mosh. Anybody mind if I have a lucky? What's going on down at the nightclub today?
Where'd you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Ooh. Ah.
I mean, you know, I'm a Lucky Strike fan from way back, so.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
I apologize for Baltimore.
We're on a mission from God.
This is Great Iced Tea.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
Pay no attention to the man behind the green curtain. All right, here we go. Bottom of the first. First pitch from Cade Povich is low and into Kyle Schwarber for ball one. Slim is on the mound. Slim, a.k.a. Cade Povich. Here's a swing and a foul tip at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Get it back over here now. I'm over here now. The Orioles with 2 runs on a 2-run single by Kobe Mayo, top of the first. Cade Povich last season made 16 starts for the big club, a record, though, of just 3-9. Here's a ground ball to first. Emmanuel Rivera will flip it to Povich, who comes over to cover the bag. Schwarber not too quick. Nowhere near the play. That is out number 1. Cade Povich. He is our bubble starter. By that I mean he is on the bubble in that right now a 5-man rotation does not have him in it. He's also at the stage of his career where he's really not the sort of guy you want to use in long relief. And a swing and a miss on the fastball. Nick Castellanos with a cut and a miss to begin his at-bat. Veteran right-handed hitting outfielder. Nick the Stick, as they call him. 0-1 the count. And this fastball's popped up and out of play. It's 0-2. Here's a nice panoramic shot of the ballpark. It is a beautiful looking day in Florida here. Bright sunshine. More overcast game yesterday against the Pirates. 0-2 the count on Nick Castellanos. And did my game just freeze on me? Well, if it did, I guess I better light a lucky. Pitch clock's down to 1. Povich just gets it away, and that pitch is a check swing into the dirt. The ball and 2 strikes. I think I'm falling behind here. I think this game is, when it's pausing, it's not jumping back to live. It's just picking up where it left off, which means I'm falling farther and farther behind here. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Cade Povich gets a fastball at 93 miles an hour past Nick Castellanos for the strikeout. Whoops, that's not the right button.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Cade Povich. Nice start to the ball game so far. Of course, yesterday Albert Suarez got the first 2 outs and then ran into trouble. Let's see if Povich can get this third out a little more easily as Brandon Marsh steps in. The very, very hairy, I believe his genealogy shows that he's 20% Wookiee. Brandon Marsh. 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. Povich's fastball isn't all that hard. It's in the low 90s, but must be the way he's releasing it. It's getting there quickly on these Philadelphia hitters. They're getting behind on the fastball. That pitch is spiked in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike on Brandon Marsh. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the first for the Phillies. Next pitch, that one's hit on the ground, right-hand side, gobbled up at second base, and ooh, a bit of a wild throw there, but it's a short throw, and luckily Emmanuel Rivera able to keep his foot on the bag, and no harm, no foul. Cade Povich with a 3-up, 3-down inning with a strikeout to match. A nice first inning for Cade Povich. We go to the second inning. It's the Orioles 2 and the Phillies nothing. How about that? Charm City chat, what do you think? How are we doing already on these likes and what have you? 1 more to 30, and there's 38 of you here right now. The math would tell me there's about 9 of you out there, surely, who could maybe, during this commercial break, tap that like button. Let's get it on up to 30 likes. What do you say? We've got a mission here, don't we?
We're on a mission from God.
Guys, you guys kind of set a bar yesterday with that 100 likes, you understand. You kind of set a bar. It's going to be tough now during the season. 100 likes is sort of the baseline. Do you think Povich has a chance to make the rotation when camp breaks? Yeah, Benny, I don't really think so. You got Grayson Rodriguez and Zach Eflin. Those are 2 guys that, even if they have a bad spring, they're going to be in the rotation. You got 2 guys that you signed contracts to be starters for 1 year, Sugano and Morton. So they're not going to start the season anywhere else but the rotation, which only leaves 1 spot. And right now, there's no reason for it not to belong to Dean Kramer. He's earned it. But Cade Povich, he's our only lefty, really, at least that you would want to use from our farm. So he does have some value, and he will definitely be the first guy we go to if one of our starters goes down, or say Albert Suarez is very ineffective. He wasn't too sharp yesterday, but it's early doors. I'm not too worried about it. But if he were to, say, get designated for assignment, you could have, a guy like Sugano wind up in long relief and Povich into the rotation. Nick Gordon at the plate right now for the Orioles, leading off the top of the second. First pitch is a strike, and the next one's popped up to right field. Going out as the second baseman, and now he'll be waved off by the right fielder, Castellanos, who makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the second. Nick Gordon flies out to right field. Coldest is in the hails. All right, first pitch swinging here and going to left field and deep down into the corner, and that ball is gone. Bye-bye, birdie. Blink and you'll miss it. It's the guy on the team whose name I can't pronounce if my life depended on it. Mashin is mashing a baseball to the opposite field. A solo home run, and the Orioles now lead it 3-0. Folks. Who was that masked man? Mashin is mashing it out to left into an area of seating that looks like standing room only with a little bar top. What is this? Who is this dude? Who is this mashing guy? He's mashing the baseball. Tell you that much. Give me a name. You know what I'm gonna? All right, from henceforth, I'm now giving him a nickname. His nickname is Love Machine. Machin. There's no E, but it's a silent E, and he's just a love machine, and he can't hit with nobody but me. He's just a love machine. Hey, Levon Soto at the plate. He's got a 2-1 count. 1 out, nobody on, a run in, 3-0 Orioles. Top of the second. 2-1 pitch is fouled off 2-2. Who is this guy? What's his first name? Who is this guy and what does he do? The male machine. Here's a curveball foul back by Soto. Levon Soto, folks. Don't worry. No Juan Soto here today, and no Juan Soto interrupting the ball game. I think, I hope, I pray. Did I miss saying bye-bye birdie, Rob? I can't remember. Did I miss a bye-bye birdie? It's early. Activity in the Phillies bullpen. Paxton Thompson, a right-hander getting loose. We've got another super chat coming in, folks. As wild swing by Soto. We've got a full count on him right now. Where is that button at? Where you at?
Message for you, son.
It's $1 for a dinger. And there's a called strike 3. Soto goes down looking. 2 down. Back to the top of the order. Thank you so much, Matt. See, I can, for some reason, there's that little heart I can click. I'm not sure why. The super chat earlier with Big Cuz didn't allow me to do that. But either way, thank you so much, Matt.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
All right, Taron Vavra's back up for his second plate appearance in as many innings. Bases empty, 2 down. Reached on a walk his first time up. Here's a nice looking curveball that's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Benny, the quickest way to get 100+ people in here is to tell a friend and have that friend tell a friend. This ball's hit out in the left center field. The left fielder cutting off the center fielder to make the catch and end the inning. But the Orioles add on another run on an opposite field home run by the Love Machine. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. All right. Hey, David's in. Let's go. Oh, you didn't have a message. Oh. That might be the case, Big Cuz, but I feel like empty messages still give me a chance to do it. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Either way, greatly appreciated. Some folks, they don't have anything to say. They just want to show some support. That's greatly appreciated. Message for you, sir.
Message for you, son.
Actually, I'm not quite dead yet. Actually, I'll probably be right as rain in a moment. People, I got to tell you right now, this shouldn't be legal. This is too delicious. This coffee. That is really good. All right, here we go. Cade Povich is on the mound, bottom of the second inning, about to get started. And sorry, I'm behind the pitch tracker. I am behind, but that's just the way it's going to be here for this game. It's 0-1. First pitch is in there for a called strike to Edmundo Sosa. Swing and a miss on a sinker that was off the plate outside. Cade Povich looking very sharp here through the first inning and change. Got an 0-2 count on Sosa. Everything's looking sharp right now so far, David, as this pitch is spiked in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. Slim is looking sharp. The 1-2 pitch, that one's popped up on the infield. On the shortstop side of second base. And that should be Livan Soto making the catch. 1 away, bottom of the second. Folks. Cowser's in left, Nick Gordon in center, Kjerstad in right. The male love machine at third base, Livan Soto at short, Vavra at second, Emmanuel Rivera at first, Basayo behind the plate. That is the defense. First pitch here is a sweeper low and outside to that Cody Clemens. Do I have his first name right? It's Clemens. Pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes. Check that. Clemens, a left-handed batter, hitting 5th in this lineup. He swings and fouls one off to the right. Count 2-1. From the love machine. Here comes a 2-1 to Clemens. This one's lifted foul off to the left this time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It is a bright, sunny day in the ballpark. You can tell it's got that cool spring-like temperature out there. So it's sunny, but not too hot. Here's a ground ball scooped up by Emmanuel Rivera along the first baseline. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. And Cade Povich so far is cruising. 20 pitches, 2 outs here in the second inning. He's retired the first 5 batters he has faced. And here comes the 6th man in the Phillies order. A fella by the name of Stubbs. That Garrett Stubbs, the catcher, he takes low and outside for ball 1. Oh yeah, I mean we're hoping Cade Povich is eventually going to be a legit starter. We need a lefty. I tell you that. If we can't go out there and get an ace lefty through trade or something to improve the stable of arms we have right now, then it would be really great if Cade Povich. Here's a ground ball right side. Rivera can't field it cleanly, and Stubbs is going to reach. Povich was over to try to cover the bag, but Rivera unable to field this ball cleanly. Let's see how they score this, because I'm not sure if it was automatic. Yeah, he should have. That probably should go down as an error. We'll see how they score it here. Let me know if anybody knows that that was called an error or not. I'll check in a moment. Either way, with 2 down, there's now a runner at first base. That's the first base runner of the ball game for the Phillies. That brings up Stevenson, a left-handed batter. A lot of lefties in this Phillies lineup facing the lefty starter Povich. Cal Stevens played in AAA Lehigh Valley last season. Takes low and away. It's 2-0. It is an error on Emmanuel Rivera. Thank you, Benny Jets. Hey, Michael, the setup is working okay so far. I think the less I mess around with stuff, the better I am. 2-0 pitch popped up. We're going to get out of the inning. Soto in shallow left center field makes the catch. So Povich fell behind 2-0, but got a weak pop-up to end the inning. He's thrown 2 scoreless. We go now to the 3rd inning. It's 3-0 Orioles. All right. I'm gonna need a couple of more hold music song choices. In fact, the one I was using might not be safe for copyright, even though it came from a library that I was told was all like license-free, copyright-free music. And we can always just hit this button.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
There's a little bit of music. I'm wondering where Tyler O'Neill is. I know Felix Bautista is going to be a couple more days before we might see him in one of these games. But Tyler O'Neill, that's the guy I want to see make his debut. Check the Twitter feed real quick and see if there's any news or notes to go over during the break here. Well, the break is about over. But I'll get it queued up for the next half inning. We are going to the top of the 3rd right now. It could be the end of the day for Povich. 2 innings might be it. The Phillies did not get the ball out of the infield. The only person to reach was on an error, so Povich, he did everything he can do to be perfect. Top of the 3rd we go. And it looks like we've got a new pitcher out here for the Phillies, a fellow by the name of Tyler, and that's his last name. If I can get a first name, I'll let you know. I think it's Kyle Tyler. And he's facing Colton Cowser and throws him a first pitch strike to begin this at-bat. The milkman at the plate, folks. Don't forget, we got emojis down here for you BirdWatcher members as Cowser swings and misses at 0-2. Yeah, get those cows up or get some milkmen up in the chat. Oh, throw in a little Old Bay seasoning if that helps. 0-2 on Cowser, leading off the top of the 3rd. And a curveball, that one's hit into the air, center field, right at him. Brandon Marsh makes the catch and straightaway center for out number 1. Oh, let me take it back over here now. All right, Emmanuel Rivera goes back up to the plate.
Release the Kraken.
And he looks at a slider that breaks off the plate outside for ball 1. Rivera hit that 2-run homer yesterday, but he made an error in the last half inning. Luckily, he didn't hurt us. Fouls this one off. It's a ball and a strike. Next pitch. Hard to say. They were interviewing somebody in the dugout and they cut back late, but that was ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Emmanuel Rivera. The next pitch is hit into center field. That ball is going to be caught out there on a lunging grab by Brandon Marsh. Once again, the camera's cutting away a little late. It's spring training for the production team as well, I guess. But Marsh does make the catch here. 2 down in the top of the 3rd. Folks, may I please have your attention? Ground ball, it's fair. First base side along the line. It'll be picked up unassisted for the putout to win the inning. The Orioles go quickly and quietly, 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the third we go. Still 3-0 Orioles. Well, that was fast. That was fast. What? Do you think Cade earns a starter spot with a good spring? Yeah, I mean, six-man rotation isn't out of the question. The problem with a six-man rotation is that it comes at the expense of your bullpen. You know, you like to have that balance of a closer, and then you got 6 middle relievers, 3 from the right side, 3 from the left side, and then you got your long man. If you go with 6 starters, you're either saying we don't have a long man, or you're saying we got to get rid of one of our middle relievers. Not sure if we want to do that. Now, if you're a team like the Dodgers, who are blessed with a plethora of ridiculous arm talent, and you got a guy like a Shohei Ohtani, who you would prefer to maybe not pitch every 5 days, rather every 6. They're a team that makes sense for a 6-man rotation. For us, I don't think so. Once again, I think Povich's path to starting games in the bigs this season anyway, is due to a very poor performance from one of our guys, but that's going to take time before we make a move. Otherwise, an injury, which we don't want to see that happen. Best thing for Povich to do is just continue to do what he's done today, and making it more and more difficult to avoid having him on the team. Again, it's a good problem to have, folks. Starting 5 in the rotation, you're looking at a 1-2 top of the rotation of Grayson Rodriguez and Zach Eflin. Those two are considered to be in the running for the opening day start. I think Grayson is probably going to have the advantage. I think the team wants to give him the confidence and give him a gesture that says, we want you to be the ace. Is this Rodolfo Martinez right here? Is this him? Folks, I believe we're seeing the debut of one of the more exciting players in camp, right-hander wearing number 88, Rodolfo Martinez. And he has fallen behind 2-0 on Kennedy. Not much to speak of in Rodolfo Martinez's minor league career. An ERA of over 4.5. There's a called strike. That fastball at 96. But he did impress in the Mexican League in 2024. And the Orioles gave him an invitation. This ball's lifted in the air to left field, backing up on it, and now coming in, making the catch is Cowser out and left. 1 away. Rodolfo Martinez. If there is a player that could make a surprise it would be a surprise if he were to make the team out of camp. Is that just a random bald eagle just flying around? Folks, there's just a random bald eagle just flying around above the ball game, just majestically just soaring around in a circle. That's pretty damn cool. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and it's inside 2-0. Is it the style, or is it the long dreads that are giving you that feeling? This pitch is, oh, he got into that one. Left field and deep, and that ball is flying way out of here. My goodness. That ball was absolutely destroyed. And Rodolfo Martinez, second batter he faces, he gives up a moonshot to left field. The Phillies are on the board. It's now 3-1. My goodness. You want to see something good out of this guy? That was not. That ball was absolutely obliterated. That nearly went back in toward the batting cage area in the field behind the stadium. My goodness. All right, top of the order here, Kyle Schwarber at the plate. He takes low for ball one. That one's outside. That one's a sinker at 97. Yeah, it's a little early for me to analyze, but I would say Martinez looks a bit erratic. That one should have hit the corner. That looked like a nice pitch, and he didn't get the call. I'm a little upset with that. What's it say on the stat tracker? Because that one looked like it clipped the outside corner. It's 3-0 now on Schwarber. That's a get-me-over fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike. One out, a run in, nobody on base for the Phillies. As that pitch is low for ball 4. And Basayo is going to come out and have a little chat with Martinez. Hey, it's the Philly Fanatic. I tell you what, Fanatic, that gut is really starting to get a little bit bloated. Somebody, didn't that mascot some Gas X? That Fanatic is all backed up. All right, 1 out walk with a run in already. That brings the tying run to the plate for the Phillies in the form of Nick Castellanos. Well, we don't have a come on blue button, but we got the next best thing, which is this.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
That pretty much gets the point across. 1-0 on Castellanos. Double play ball here would be good. Castellanos doesn't run well. That pitch is up and in, and Martinez is consistently falling behind batters. His spring debut. (2-0) on Nick Castellanos. Martinez up and in. It's 3-0, and that wasn't close. He overthrew that one, surely. Martinez even takes an extra step or two off the mound. Now he picks up the rosin bag, trying to collect himself. It's a lot of pressure. He knows that eyes are on him with this outing here. And there's a good pitch. That had a little dip on it, a little sinking action. So he takes a couple of miles an hour off. Gets a nice dip on that. Makes it 3-1. Castellanos was swinging on 3-0. This one's lifted in the air by Castellanos. Pretty deep out to right center. Backing up and on the track. The catch is made out there by Nick Gordon. My goodness. Castellanos hit it a long way, but to the deepest part of the yard. And Rodolfo Martinez should be feeling pretty fortunate right now that he hasn't given up 2 home runs in the inning. Two down for Brandon Marsh. And wow, that ticker or whatever, that scoreboard is way ahead by a few pitches, isn't it? First pitch to Marsh is a strike on the outside edge. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. A cutter. No balls, 2 strikes. It's rumored that Marsh has to pay an additional $30 deposit whenever he's on the road or whatever hotel he's staying at in order to take care of the clogged shower drains he leaves behind. due to the abundance of hair. Get it? What I'm implying, everyone, is that he's a very hairy man. That's the implication. The 0-2 pitch, check swing in the dirt. Marsh didn't go. The ball in 2 strikes. Yeah, I gotta imagine that drain gets clogged pretty easily with this guy. That's just the hair from the neck up. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off to the right. We'll do it again. It is 3-1 Orioles here in the bottom of the 3rd. Cade Povich got the start. 2 innings. Great work. Now it's bullpen time. Rodolfo Martinez making his spring debut. And so far it's been a little shaky. He's given up a home run. He's let another man reach, and he also gave up a deep fly ball. There's a check on that runner at Schwarber at first. He's back standing. That's right. Yeah, as soon as the Yankees made it known that you can now start growing your facial hair, they probably should have made a deal to get Marsh. Just to hurry up and have somebody change the look. I guess we'll find out who grows hair the fastest on the Yankees. They race for the first Yankee beard in half a century. Here's a ground ball to Rivera. He's been busy so far today. He fields it and goes to the bag for an unassisted putout. That's about the 2nd or 3rd one he's had today. That'll end the inning, but a home run ball for the Phillies gets them on the board. A solo shot at the end of 3. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies 1. We've got some exciting names coming up in the next half inning. Kobe Mayo and Sammy Basayo are coming up next. How about them apples? All right, now I got to know. I'm going to go in here and check out the live count because this thing, yeah, see, I'm showing 2306 as the current sub count. 2306. So again, I'm not sure if perhaps the sub count thing I'm using only updates like every 10 subs or something, but it'd be nice to have a truly live sub count here. Oh, well, we'll make do. We got some out-of-town scores going on here as well. They're cycling through. Padres and Dodgers will be playing later. We've got no score between the Mets and the Marlins. There's our game. Well, I guess that's about it. White Sox and Royals will be playing today. The Reds and the Giants square off about an hour, as do the Diamondbacks and the Mariners. Pirates and Twins are scoreless. Tigers are up 1-0 on the Yankees. Cardinals and Astros are scoreless. That's going into the bottom half of the 4th inning. A's and Rockies coming up in about an hour. The Rays are up 2-0 on the Braves. That's in the top of the 4th. Nationals up big on the Mets 6-1. They've got the bases loaded right now. And again, some other games are starting later. Red Sox are up 3-0 on Toronto. That's bottom of the 2nd. Hey, first pitch of the inning is popped up behind home plate, and Kobe Mayo is going to pop out foul. Unfortunately, the catcher had just enough space to make this play up against the padded wall behind home plate. So Mayo, I'd like to see him, I don't know, maybe take a few more pitches. It's the spring. Here's Basayo. He takes high. All right. Lock in, folks. This is the guy you want to see more than anybody hitting the lineup today. This might be his last turn at the plate. Takes a called strike. It's 1-1 on Basayo. Here's a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, sorry. Looking at that sub count, I totally lost track of the chat. And there's a swing and a miss, and Basayo goes down rather unceremoniously. 2 down in the inning. We got over 40 people watching right now. Appreciate it, folks. There's a curveball to Nick Gordon. Is low and in for ball 1. Tyler, by the way, the right-hander, still out there on the mound for the Phillies in his 2nd inning of work. Here's a check swing, and Gordon went around. Count even up at a ball and a strike. Next pitch is high. Gordon lays off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gordon has been around. He's a veteran. Had a couple of stops along the way in his big league career. Most of his playing time he's found has been with the Marlins. He fouls this one away. The count even up at 2-2. So he's in that journeyman phase of his career. Kind of a quad A player. Kind of at a stage right now where he's got much to do in the minors, but not quite good enough for big league talent either. Right on that fringe. This one's fouled away. Still 2-2. But he gives you some speed. And he's versatile. He can play in the infield and the outfield. 2-2 pitch. That curveball's in the dirt. Count is run full. I'm in the mood for a bugle. Payoff pitch coming to Nick Gordon with 2 down, nobody on. And curveball is fouled at the plate, and Gordon with a reaction as if he thought he should have done something more with that pitch. Still 3-2. And the next pitch, Gordon lays off. That pitch just a bit low, maybe a touch inside. And a hell of an at-bat there by Nick Gordon. A 2-out walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Good job by Gordon. Let's see if they think about letting him use some legs here. It'd be a nice opportunity up by a couple of runs with 2 down to get him in a scoring position by stealing a base. Here comes the love machine. He takes a called strike. He's just a love machine. Machine fouls one off. I just like how I've decided it's got to be pronounced machine. Thing to do. Just going to pretend they forgot to stitch the E on the jersey. They just gave up. They ran out of stitching. Here's a check on the runner, and that ball is going to get away down the right field line. Gordon is going to try to go all the way to third, and he is he safe? Can I see the umpire in the camera, please? He looks safe, or else the inning would be over. Gordon, extra aggressive there with 2 down. He really didn't have to risk it. Would have been fine at second base with 2 down. Not a whole lot of Gordon was actually picked off, by the way. Gordon was leaning the wrong way when that ball was thrown to first, but unfortunately for the Phillies. And now we've got a line drive over the glove of the shortstop into center field, a base hit, and Gordon can walk home. The love machine. He's done it again, folks. I'm in love with the love machine.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
Folks. Oh, this ball's popped up at shortstop, and Sosa loses it in the sun, and it'll drop in there. I think they're going to call that a hit. You can't give an error if you can't see the ball. And Soto is giving all the body language that he just could not find the baseball. It nearly plopped him right on top of his dome. 4-1 Orioles now, a run in. And some strange things afoot at the Circle K right now. After that last pop-up, 2 on, 2 out, and Terrin Vavra up for the third time today. I figured that would have been a single. Again, folks, if you can't see the ball, you can't really be charged with an error. That's how that works. Vavra with a chance to drive in at least one run here. Takes a curveball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks. Yeah, it's a very bright sunshine, high skies. It's understandable. Another breaking ball that spikes in the dirt. The catcher does well to keep it in front of him. It's a 2-1 count now. You got the love machine at second. You got Livan Soto at first. A run in. And the 2-1 pitch to Terrin Vavra. Inside 2-2. Yeah, the one thing about Vavra hits it hard on the ground, first base side. The flip to the pitcher covering is low, but they're able to just make that play to end the inning. But the Orioles get a run. And they add on. They've scored in 3 of the first 4 innings today. We're getting some nice looking at-bats and contributions from this offense. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. It's the Orioles 4, the Phillies 1. Sosa, Clemens, and Stubbs due up for Philadelphia. Might be time for a special lucky, folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
All about peace. About love. I'm all about that bass. About that bass. About that bass. This somehow got a little bit. I do a little bit of surgery here. There. Rick. Hey, folks, bottom of the fourth we go. How are you doing? Don't mind me. Brandon Young is on the pitch. Here's a guy I'd like to see pitch. Here's a little bit of prospect tag on Brandon Young. 3.57 ERA in the minors last season. Right-handed pitcher. Off we go with Edmundo Sosa at the plate. Sosa again lost the ball in the sun last inning that led to the Oriole run. My goodness, look at the shirts being worn by the Philadelphia broadcast team. That is a choice. That is a choice. I think my childhood home might have had a bathroom wallpaper that looked like that shirt. There's a called strike three. Young blows away Edmundo Sosa with a heater right down the Johnson. One down in the bottom of the fourth. Young's not playing around. Folks, you can never be too young. Foul tip. Strike one. Cody Clemens. I think I must have gotten this joint waterlogged. Clemens gets in one to right. Long run, and it's going to drop in for Kjerstad. Fumbles the ball a bit, but Clemens will hang on at first base with a one-out single. Young gets a strikeout and now gives up base hit. Phillies with a man on. Time to give this a try. What went wrong here? Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball at 96 from Young. Folks, this is like trying to get a golf ball through a garden hose. I don't know, man. What can I do? How can I salvage this thing? What happened here? We had a freeze, and it looks like a base hit. We got runners at the corners now for the Phillies. Sorry. There was a momentary freeze. Here's the replay. That is a ground ball through the right side. So the runner at first goes to third. Clemens. Phillies have runners at the corners now. Garrett Stubbs with the hit. One out in the inning. Stevenson, the batter, left-handed bat. A swing and a miss on a cutter, top of the zone for strike one. This thing's burning. That'll play. Swing and a miss. Boy, Young. It hasn't been a clean inning by any means so far. Two of the three batters he's faced have reached, but he's definitely got some zip on that fastball. It's got life. It's not just the velocity. It's got some giddy up on there. That pitch is just off the plate. He tried to nip the top of the outside corner. The ball and two strikes on Stevenson. Check on the base runner at first. He's back in. Stubbs. Oh yeah, this thing's cooking with gas now. You know, it just took a while to get going. It's like, you know, your car you had when you were a teenager, you know. Sometimes it takes a while to get it going. This pitch is fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runners at first and third for the Phillies. The Orioles lead this one 4-1 right now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Double play ball would be nice. Young kicks and deals, and that's a breaking ball hit up toward the middle. Soto will tag the second base bag, throw to first in time. Folks, for the first time in the spring, it's time to hear a little something like this. Folks, double play to end the inning. Brandon Young gets out of trouble. We head now to the 5th. It's 4-1 Baltimore. How about that?
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
I mean, if you're making promises. I hear you. I hear you. I got to remember what some of these buttons are, folks. It's been a while.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Oh, that's an old favorite. That's an old favorite.
Pay that man his money.
Hey, I got a button for Felix for Bautista here.
Mountain, this is what it's all about.
It's a mountain button.
Mountain, this is what it's all about.
That ought to come in handy. Now, what's this button?
K.
Oh, okay. Something else.
QVC. I don't know if you watch it.
That's for something else. Sorry, folks. All right. 5th inning. The milkman. Folks, let's get some cows up in the chat. Oh. Chat, mine just went away. Mine just crashed out. Do I have too many things open over here? What is the deal? Okay, it's back. Nick Vespi is on the pitch now for the Phillies. You might remember Vespi. He was on the Orioles last season. Pitched in 11 games, 12 1/3 innings, ERA of 2.92. We've had a lot of movement and personnel between these two teams. First pitch to Cowser, that nearly it did graze him. Hey, folks, the cow has been grazing. By that I mean a pitch grazes Colton Cowser. He is hit by the pitch. That is the easiest hit by pitch you're ever going to want. I mean, that might have barely hit his sleeve. Oh no, it did make contact back of the upper arm, but he's got some padding there. He took it with ease. Folks, Cowser's on at first base. And the batter now, Manuel Rivera.
Release the Kraken.
Hey now. Here's a nice backdoor slider here from pitching. I forget. Vespi, of course. 1 ball, 1 strike on Emmanuel Rivera. Runner at first, nobody out, top of the 5th. And the catcher is going to sprint out and talk to Vespi for a minute. I don't think we have a hit by a pitch sound. That could work. I mean, we got a stolen base. Call to the bullpen. Somebody makes a bad play. Somebody hits a triple.
3 is a magic number.
Here's that ball. Is that a live ball? It is. Rivera with a swing and a miss. The ball goes all the way to the backstop. And the base runner moves up to second now. By the way, we have a pinch runner in for Colton Cowser, a fellow by the name of Barreto. Barreto is on Colton Cowser out of the ball game. So Barreto, oh, it was a foul ball. He goes back to first base. So my apologies. The body language made it look like he was just going to hang at second base after that swing from Rivera. Ball went all the way to the backstop. The catcher was running after it like it was a live ball, but I guess it was a foul ball. Runner at first, nobody out. Emmanuel Rivera with a 1-2 count. And this next pitch, he lifts this one. This could drop, and it will. Perfectly in the left center field. Hustling all the way around is the pinch runner, Barreto, and he will score. And the Orioles tack on another. Folks, how about this? It is 5-1. Emmanuel Rivera with his third RBI of the spring. He hit a big home run yesterday, and this time a duck snort to drive in a run. Take it any way you can get it. 5-1 Orioles in the top of the fifth. And folks, please, if you don't mind. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Kjerstad on an 0-1 pitch fouls it at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. It feels like he's been behind 0-2 in all three plate appearances today. This is the year for Kjerstad to make his mark and try to become a regular in the bigs. And part of the reason I feel the Orioles were comfortable, and he strikes out here. Man, Kjerstad has not looked comfortable at all at the plate today. So he is on my watch list for please improve things. That was not a good at bat at all. One away. Runner at first base. A run in for the Orioles. I think they've now scored in 4 of the 5 innings so far. Let me double check that. Indeed. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and now 1 here in the fifth. As Kobe Mayo, folks, break out the Hellmans. Whoa, up and in, Mayo. Get out of the way. My goodness. There's been a lot of pitches close to hitting Oriole batters today. That one was the scariest one of the bunch.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Get out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. After nearly getting hit, I would hope the appeal will be no swing, and it is no swing. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kobe Mayo. He's definitely in the running for condiment of the year in the American League. This ball is going to be a soft little bloop to first base, caught over there at first for the second out. Mayo got sawed off there. It's a little weak pop-up over to first base for the second out of the inning. He does have the big 2-run hit today to get the scoring started. And here's Basayo going after the first pitch. And Sammy Basayo, get yourself a base hit. Stopping at second is the... I guess we've got a pinch runner in there for Rivera. Let's see who that is. That's not even updated on the scoreboard yet. But Samuel Basayo, folks, I'm happy to see that. Very happy. What is this?
Maine, wherever.
I don't know why that's in here.
You never heard of Baltimore style?
All right, here's Nick Gordon at the plate. And that pitch is up and in. That brushes Gordon off the plate, and he looks a little annoyed by the situation. Again, Oriole batters today. Don't know why. Not just Vespi. There's been a lot of pitches brushing Oriole batters off the plate. Here's an excuse me ground ball to first base, and did the tag get applied? It did. Gordon nearly able to beat out an infield hit along the first base line. Clemens, the first baseman, though, able to scoop it up and apply the tag just as Gordon was scooting by. That'll end the inning. But the Orioles do add another run. Again, they've scored in 4 of the first 5 innings. And Gordon, on the replay just before they go to commercial, was grabbing toward his groin area just after passing the first base bag. So there is a chance Nick Gordon might have pulled something there. There is a chance, and a groin pull is never fun, folks. I know I'm going out on a limb by saying that. I know. I take risks. I give controversial opinions. Groin pulls are not fun. All right, we are halfway through this ball game, folks. How are you doing? Talk to me, folks. How you feeling, Charm City? Who's ready for the regular season? Hey, guess who hasn't been around in a while? That's right. Who is the king? Who is the king of play-by-play on YouTube, folks? You tell me. You tell me. I mean, I've got the crown. I don't see anybody else with the crown. Just me. All right, we've got a slew of changes here for the Orioles on defense. I'll try to get you all caught up here in a second. Here's a called strike. Who do we got pitching? I mean, who's what? You can tell the broadcast team can't keep up because there are no graphics right now. There's an intern in the trailer for the production team scrambling to get everything updated. Here's a curveball popped up on the infield, and that'll be an easy first out along the first base line in foul ground. Caught by a guy with a Kenny Powers looking mullet. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Kennedy pops out in foul ground on the infield for out number 1. Young is still out there on the mound for the Orioles. Here's the changes. Taron Vavra's out of the game at second. Luis Vasquez is in. Barreto, who came on to pinch run and scored for Colton Cowser, remains in the ballgame. He's in left field. Willems is at first base. He pinch ran for Emmanuel Rivera and stayed in the ballgame. He made that catch just now for the first out. By the way, Christian Arroyo at the plate for the Phillies has a 2-0 count with a 1 out, bases empty. Next pitch is swung on a miss, 2-1. Essen Kerstad is out of the game. Judd Fabian in his place in right field. Adams is in center field now for Nick Gordon. Sam Basayo is still in the game at catcher. Mayo remains the DH. The Love Machine is still at third, and Levon Soto still at shortstop. The Phillies, meanwhile, have not made any changes. Their starting 9 completely intact, with their number 9 hitter Arroyo holding a 2-2 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Probably the last time through this order with the first string team. Two-two pitch from Young. Here comes a pitch outside. Count goes full on Christian Arroyo. And I've had enough of the crown. Perfect pitch, a four-seam fastball, belt high on the inside edge. Arroyo, frozen, caught looking. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Go grab some pine, my friend. Live to fight another day. And the Phillies are going to go through the order here again. Kyle Schwarber at the plate. He takes outside for ball one. Schwarber. That pitch is... Basayo tried to frame it. It was low, and the umpire was not buying the frame job. The umpire is turned around as facing... Not sure what that was about. Oh, we're getting our first challenge. And I think Basayo made the challenge and it was successful. Or was it not? Yeah, it's 1-1. Folks, we just saw history as Schwarber grounds it to first. Willems flips it to the pitcher covering Young and the inning is over. But folks, Sammy Basayo, the 20-year-old kid, you want to talk about a new era in Major League Baseball. We just saw a moment that marks the times as the first challenge of balls and strikes was done successfully by Sammy Basayo on a pitch that was at the bottom of the zone. The umpire called it a ball to make it a 2-0 count. Basayo challenged, and you could see on the replay, which they show in the ballpark on the screen for everybody to see. That pitch was clipped the bottom of the zone, and we got that count to 1-1. Next thing you know, the inning is over. So there you go, folks. Again, history has just been made. Who better to be a part of it than the youngest talent we got on this team, Samuel Basayo? Hair's all over the place. What's going on? How am I looking? Am I beautiful? Am I beautiful? Don't answer that. Yeah, it was the right time to try it out, and not every ballpark has the ABS system in place. So this is obviously the first. The Orioles don't have it at the Ed Smith Stadium. So all of our home games, you're not going to see this spring challenge system. But of the teams that do have it, obviously the Phillies are one. And by the way, we can make another challenge. And the later in the game you get, the less pressure it is to give it a try. Try it again on another bad call. Let's show these umps how bad they are. Got some kind of a delay here. Brandon Hyde talking to the home plate umpire who's got his mask off and his hat. The love machine is on deck just waving a bat around. I love how I just call him the love machine like I've been doing it for years. Never even heard of this guy. Boy, look at the shades on Schwarber. My goodness. That is a shade of pink I did not know existed. What do you call that? What do you call that color? Placenta? I guess, different styles, different tastes. McMillan is on the pitch for the Phillies, and the first pitch thrown here is going to get shot into the gap for extra bases. Turning and gliding into second base standing is somebody. Who was that masked man? Oh, it's the Love Machine. Of course. Folks, turn on the sprinkler. The machine does it again. His second extra base hit of the ball game. His second extra base hit of the ball game. Who is this kid? He's 3 for 3. He's a triple short of the cycle. You kidding me? Here's Levon Soto. Takes up and away for ball 1. Folks, I can't wait to get. You know, I'm gonna have to maybe look it up live on air during the ball game. I'm gonna have to, yeah. We're gonna have to add a Love Machine sound effect live while watching the game. Soto's got a 2-0 count. That's what I'm doing. It's spring training, folks. Why not? I go to my soundboard archive. Gotta find me some Love Machine. This might be the only day it's relevant. You gotta strike while the iron's hot, right? 3-0 now, the count on Soto. And this pitch is ball 4, up and away, folks.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
The Orioles have 2 on, nobody out. They've scored in every inning but 1 so far. They're looking for more. Let's see, what is this? How does this sound? Yeah, you're gonna have to be a little faster than that. All right. Next batter up takes a pitch off the plate outside for ball 1. McMillan, the pitcher, gets a mound meeting with the catcher. It's Luis Vasquez now up with his first at bat today. Yesterday, Vasquez made a couple of really nice plays on defense.
Just a love machine.
He's a love machine. He's a love machine.
That might be the one. Here's a ball lifted in the air to right, and the right fielder makes the catch. Runners at first and second have to hold. 1 away as Vasquez flies out. So guess where this wait, right. I forgot. Yeah, Cheech and Chong. Cheech sings this in Up in Smoke.
I know, man. You know, like everything. I'm just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you.
Can you guys hear that? It's a little low in volume. I might be able to pump it up. Oh, I love it. God, I love that line from the movie. Folks, that's got to get into the... That's got to get in there.
I know, man. You know, like everything. I'm just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you.
Get into my stream deck. Oh, yeah, folks. I'm going to be distracted here for just a moment. You can understand it's a very special situation. You got to hurry up and get this thing going. I'm just a love machine. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Now hurry up and download. We got a 1-2 count right now on Barreto at the plate. Now I'm going to need a Beretta drop. Is that next? All right, it's in there. Let's see. Beretta with a swing and a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hold on, folks. I'm almost there. Where can I put this? There was something in here that needed to go. This one can go. Foul ball here. Barreto still with a 1-2 count. First and second, 1 out, top of the 6th. 5-1 Baltimore. Hang in there, folks. Doing something incredibly important right now. I mean, we're talking next level stuff here. All right, I think it's in now. I'm going to pump the volume all the way up. And then I'm going to do a fade in. Way. Start right about where you want to hear it. Okay. All right, let's see if this works.
You know, like everything. Hey, I'm just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just...
Ah, God, I love it. All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. What's happening? 2 down in the inning. Did I miss how that last out was made? I'm sorry if I did. A little bit distracted thinking about Cheech and Chong in 2025. 1-1 the count here on somebody. And make it 1-2 after a swing and a miss. I'll be a little better. Let me go over here. Looks like it's Willems. Willems, the first baseman. A bit of a chunky guy. Left-handed batter. 1-2 pitch is swung on and hit in the air. Shallow center. Jogging in. I'm sorry. I was fooled. That ball was on the infield. The second baseman makes the catch. A little bit behind the bag on the second base side. That'll end the inning. What can I tell you, folks? Sometimes I make mistakes. It's the spring. What can I tell you? There's only one thing that I know.
I'm just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just... You know, like
talking about?
Hey, I'm just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just...
Oh, God. That is a keeper. I mean, even if this dude never plays a game in the bigs, that sound drop's going to come in handy one way or another. That'll get... That'll get some play. How we doing on the likes, folks? We're up into the 50s now. Looking pretty tough to get to a hundo on this pace, but it's understandable. Very first game of the spring. You're expecting a larger turnout than the next day game. But it's been a good game so far. We've seen some pretty cool things. Particularly the love machine. Hey, did my chat like freeze or something? I don't feel like I've seen anybody speak in about 5 minutes. Getting a little worried over here. Honk if you like the Orioles. All right, there we go. There's somebody. All right. Just one more time. We got Roansy Contreras making his debut in the spring. Right-hander who had a pretty interesting offseason. He was a Cardinal. The Cardinals put him on waivers, and the Orioles claimed him. The Orioles had him then on their roster for about a week to 10 days, and then they went ahead and cut him. They tried to get him to clear waivers, but then the Yankees claimed Contreras. Yankees then stashed him for about a week to 10 days. Then they cut him, and guess who claimed him during that waiver period? The Orioles. So here he is, making his spring debut. He's got a 1-2 count on a right-handed batter whose name is not being shown on the board here. But yeah, imagine that. In the span of about 32 days, Contreras was a Cardinal, an Oriole, a Yankee, and then an Oriole again. Here's a ground ball to third base. Throw across the diamond is in time, one away. So Contreras gets the first batter he faces out. That's Mercado on the ground ball out there. There's a fellow by the name of Hendry. Hello, Hendry. Contreras with a curveball that did not break either the right horizontal or vertical path. Now that's a nice looking curveball. Wow, what a difference. The first curveball from Contreras looked terrible, but that second one was well thrown. And now he tries to throw a slider, and that one's left out over the plate. It gets lined into right field for a base hit. Oh, was it caught? Oh, folks. See, this is why I use this button over here when I make awful mistakes like that. That ball's caught out in right field. I thought that ball dropped in there. Nobody can see the ball out there today. 2 down. The batter is Aiden Miller. Right-handed bat. He takes a called strike. 0-2. They have Young still pitching on the scoreboard screen. Well, that's why I'm here, folks, to give you the truth of what's really going on. It's 0-2 now on Miller. With 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, the Orioles ahead 5-1. Looking to get their first spring win today. Here's a breaking ball, check swing, appeal to first base. First base ump says no swing. Super young and talented. Well, thank you, Nelson. You're so kind. I mean, I start to think I'm getting a little bit old, but in the grand scheme, yeah, I'm still pretty young. And thank you for marking on my talents as well. This ball's hit out the center, and that's going to end the inning. Fly ball out from Miller. Contreras has a nice first inning of work here in the spring. We head on now to the 7th inning. 7th inning now? My goodness, we're cruising. Got Judd Fabian, Kobe Mayo, and David Benuelos due up in the 7th for the Orioles.
Bye, bye, birdie.
Thank you, Charlie Day. Huh. Hey, folks. We're 2/3 of the way through this game. We haven't had any haters in chat yet. What's going on? It's like Charm City chat has returned back to its full charm self. Oh, it's lovely. Best chat in all of YouTube, folks. Oh, David. I know you don't mean that. Boy, I tell you what. I swear, I don't have any. There's not even a slight moisture on my forehead. Because I'm seeing a lot of glare from the ring light I have to use. Light up. But I might look like I'm sweating over here. It's like an interrogation light, I gotta be honest. But, yeah. It looks like, my head looks like a freshly polished bowling ball. I don't like it. All right, here we go. What do we got? Is this Mayo? Oh, Judd Fabian. Judd Fabian. We got a lefty, Barnett, pitching now for the Phillies. Or, I'm sorry, is that Garrett? I can't read. Garnett. Lefty for the Phillies. 2-0 count. That's outside. 3-0. Nothing's really been close yet. I think the Orioles are going to score in another inning today. The 3-0 to Fabian is in there for a strike. Interesting arm slot here from Garrett. He kind of throws 3/4, but he's a very lanky lefty. That ball is coming out from a unique position, I'd say. There's a swing and a miss by Fabian, and the count runs full. I am the best. If I'm the best, why is this green screen not looking as good today? That pitch is in the dirt, and we've got ball 4, folks. A leadoff walk to Judd Fabian.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
And guess who's coming up?
Let's get it all on there. Just spread it out. Let's get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Folks, BW is going to make a prediction right now. BW is making a prediction right now. Kobe Mayo was about to blast off with his first home run of the spring. Oh, he's not up? I thought he was due up next. Are they pinch hitting for him now? No. Dylan Beavers is on to pinch hit. Lefty on lefty when it could have been Mayo. It could have been Mayo. What? That was the moment. That was the moment. I know it's Dylan Beavers, but why is he up? You give Mayo a chance to face a lefty. He's DHing, so it's not like Beavers is going to get any playing time. I mean, come on. Give Mayo that at bat right there. I can't believe I'm getting on Brandon Hyde's back about a pinch hit in a spring training game in February. And I want to see Dylan Beavers, get some at bats, but just not over Mayo in that spot. Damn. Telling you right now, Mayo. Oh, wait, we've got a challenge. It's called a ball, and it is a ball. Not even close. It's 2 inches plus below the zone. Was somebody challenging that? They did. They lost. Oh, 2-hour mark. Thank you, Card Crazed. Here's a pitch. Ball's hit in the air, left field, and pretty deep into the corner, but it's out of play, foul. Fan holding up the souvenir. And he is soaking in the moment. Top of the 7th we are. The Orioles ahead 5-1 on the Phillies. Baltimore with a runner at first base, nobody out. Dylan Beavers at the plate, pinch hitting for Kobe Mayo. Garnett's next pitch is in the dirt, and the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. I can't believe the Philly catcher challenged that pitch. It was more than 2 inches below. Like, it was, yeah, that's bad. It was like an entire baseball size, like, correct, the umpire's view, it being a ball, it was like, it could have been a ball by another ball. if that makes any sense. BW is learning English. That is ball 4, meanwhile, to Beavers. He'll take a walk down the first base. Getting a lot of these buttons today.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Ratso Rizzo has made a lot of appearances so far today. Here is Benuelos. Is it Manny Benuelos, I believe? Isn't he like our 24th catcher in the farm? I think he's normally like our... Oh, that's another wild pitch, and both runners are going to move up for Baltimore. Second and third now after a wild pitch. Still nobody out. The Orioles are going to score some more runs, folks. More runs are a-coming. We don't have a prolific hitter at the plate right now, Benuelos, but he's in a golden spot here with second and third, nobody out. Facing a left-hander, and he swings and misses on an 0-1 pitch. 0-2. I mean, Benuelos, dude, my dude. You got to come up with something in this spot. Do I like the challenge in general? And a swing and a miss by Benuelos. My goodness, dude. What are you doing? You got to make contact in that spot. Those weren't even pitches moving out of the zone. They were in the zone. All right. Send up the next man. Who do we got? We got a fellow by the name of Adams. Adams at the plate. Right-handed hitter. Who the hell is he? You tell me. I just wanted to put the ball in play. Pitch. That sure looked like a strike, but it's... I would challenge that if I'm the catcher. Maybe challenge that one. 2-0 the count. No challenge. All right, Adams. Just, come on. 3-0, folks. Second and third, 1 out. 3-0 the count on Adams. Pitch. Hit on the ground, and that's going to be a run scored on an RBI ground out to second base. The Orioles have scored in another inning. Add another run, make it 6. 6-1 Baltimore here in the 7th. And folks, how many home runs have we hit today? 1? This doesn't look like a home run dependent offense to me. I know. It's spring. It's backup players playing backup pitchers and yada, yada, yada. I know. Don't worry. I'm not reading too much into it. But indeed, that is what we need when it does count. Need people to keep the line moving. Need to create rallies, as many innings as possible. You don't always have to put up a 5-run inning, you know. Scratch a run here, a run there. Next thing you know, you're up 6-1. Servideo is at the plate. By the way, Servideo, incidentally, same name as an independent video rental store from the 1980s. In my local neighborhood, Servideo. It was the only competition for Orioles at the time. 2-2 the count on Servideo. Hey, who remembers Orioles in the days of renting videotapes in the 80s? The original decade of renting. It was a chain, right? You never heard of Errol's? EROL''S? You gotta be kidding me, David. You gotta be kidding me. You're a couple of years younger than me, though, right? I mean, once they got, I mean, they're like every other place. Blockbuster Video took them out. Here's the payoff pitch to Sir Video, and Sir Video is going to take a walk. Once again, folks, Ratso Rizzo.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
I don't have a single Maryland area person in chat right now that remembers Errol's Video Club. You got to be kidding me. What's next? You never heard of Jun-Ri Karate either? I don't know if you people are really from Baltimore. Call USA 1000. Folks, we got a break in the action. I think they're going to the bullpen or something. Lito's Pizza. It's square because they don't cut corners or something. Wait, no, is that Wendy's Burgers? I don't know. I like a good square pie. No, Jun-Ri. Jun-Ri. Nobody bothers me. Nobody bothers me. Call USA 1000. Jun-Ri means fight for life. Nobody bothers me. Nobody bothers me either. That commercial ran for about 20 years. And it's a banger. All right, Douglas. Thank goodness Douglas is making me not feel like I got lobsters coming out of my ears here. He knows Errol's. He knows Jun-Ri. He knows Geno's and Lito's. Beefsteak Charlie's. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, who is from PG County? Who represents from PG County? Who's one of those hybrid Baltimore, Washington types? You know? I've got the heart of a Baltimore man, but unfortunately, I think I have the mind of a Washingtonian. A tough mix. All right, here we go. Where are we? It is the final out of the inning on a ground ball. There's going to be a forced play at second base. There was 2 out. There was a pitching change. 1 pitch is thrown to get out of the inning. But the Orioles, another run scratched across. Let's take a look, or let me at least let you know how the scoring has gone down today for the Orioles. In the first inning, Kobe Mayo, if you remember, folks, the Orioles had runners at second and third, nobody out, and the next 2 batters failed to deliver. So Kobe Mayo came up, and he did deliver. He hit a 2-run single that scored Colton Cowser and Taryn Vavra to make it 2-0 in the first inning. In the second inning, they went up 3-0 when our boy, where is he at? Now I don't know where I put the new one. Our boy.
You know, like everything. Hey, I'm just a love machine, and I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just.
Home run from Vimal Machin made it 3-0, a solo shot. The Phillies got one back on a solo home run by Christian Arroyo in the bottom of the third. In the top of the fourth, guess who helped out in the top of the fourth, everybody?
Hey, I'm just a love machine, and I don't work for nobody but you.
This machine had an RBI single to make it 4-1. Nick Gordon scored. Emmanuel Rivera in the 5th inning with an RBI single, scoring Franklin Barreto. And then in the 7th inning just now, Jordan Adams with an RBI ground out. Judd Fabian coming in to score. So again, the Orioles, 7 innings, 5 of those innings, they have scored at least 1 run. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. That was by Emmanuel Rivera. The Phillies 1 run on just 3 hits through the first 6 innings, and they have an error on the board as well. That is your game summary so far, and this was the 7th inning stretch, folks. I do apologize. Thanks so much, Tilo, for getting them cakes up in the griddle.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Folks, I won't scream it as loud as I will in a regular season because, you know, I'm going to save my voice and also save my neighbors from wanting to kill me before these games count. But throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up there in the chat. Crawford is at the plate. Coleman, a right-hander for the Orioles, on the mound. And here's a ball hit to the opposite field on the ground down the line. Crawford with a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the 7th for the Phillies. Bunch of people I don't know in the ball game, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Who are these people? I'm still waiting for, by the way, the pitcher that came on for that 1 pitch out for the Phillies, that was Carlos Francisco. Coleman now pitching for Baltimore. And here's a fastball drilled to right field. My goodness, this ball might go to the highway. That ball bounces out of the ballpark. Holy cow. Rincones Jr., who are you? And what position do you play? A 2-run homer makes it 6-3, and this ball must have had an in-flight meal because that went about 500 feet. Holy cow. Go ahead and admire that one. I don't care if it's a spring game, whatever. That ball bounced on some concrete, over some palm trees, and off to the shoulder of a highway that runs behind the ballpark. Do I have a sad sound clip for homers we give up like that? I mean, in the regular season, it's not all that sad, but if you want something to, you know, mark the occasion, Benny, I got you.
Big buck, stop it all.
Oh no, the Philly fanatic is committing some sort of act that could be deemed lewd, perhaps criminal, on an Oriole fan sitting behind the dugout. Swing and a miss. Strikeout here. First out of the inning, Coleman.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That's Dylan Coleman on the mound. We've got a first name now. Six to 3 Orioles, bottom of the 7th. 1 out for the Phillies. They've got 2 runs in on a home run by, what's his name again? Gabriel Rincones Jr. And he's got a big smile on his face. The camera picks him up in the dugout. There's a called strike to Lantigua. Who's this guy? Rafael Lantigua, a third baseman, right-handed bat. Who are these people? I mean, at this point, folks, if anybody's got some questions about any news going on in camp, Any thoughts about stuff coming up? Whatever it might be. Hell, I don't know. Tell me what's going on locally that isn't baseball related. Remember, folks, your boy's living out here in Thailand. It's currently 3:11 in the a.m. going into Monday morning. Let me know what's going on back in my homeland. That pitch looked pretty good, but Coleman doesn't get the call, and the count goes full. The Philly fanatic has taken over the stadium, and the crowd seems to be a lot more interested in what he's doing than what these players are doing, as that pitch is outside for ball 4. So Coleman issues a 1-out walk after giving up a 2-run home run in the inning already. Not a very impressive showing here from Dylan Coleman. I don't know anything about Coleman there, Froggy. Not a clue. And you know, when you got a name like that, I mean, Dylan Coleman is like, that's a name like, you're like, hey, Chat GPT, give me just a generic baseball name. That would be a name that would be generated. Dylan Coleman. I feel like there's like 800 Dylans and 800 Colemans throughout baseball history. There just hasn't been a Dylan Coleman. But here he is on the mound for Baltimore. 1-0 the count on Taylor, a left-handed batter at the plate now. Carson Taylor getting his first plate appearance of this ball game. Pinch hitting for Christian Arroyo. Had a home run earlier in the ball game. Hey, Pocket Watch. How you doing? I can't believe this. I join a live stream to find out that it's one of the worst streams I've ever encountered. So I'm unsubscribing. You get a thumbs down from me. Adios. Hey, mods, please don't remove that comment. Please keep it there. Let me bask in the glow of Johnny Appleseed. No, please. Please. Oh, well. I tried to keep it there. I tried. Well, Johnny, you know, you can't win them all. I do apologize that you've been forced to watch this free channel on a website that offers about 250,000 channels to choose from. I really do apologize that I made you watch me. My bad. That'll be ball 4, and Dylan Coleman is getting the Orioles into trouble here. It's first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, I do apologize there, Mr. Appleseed. You know, John Miller was going to call this game. I'm just filling in, so that's why it's really, really shitty. Activity in the Orioles bullpen. We got a guy without a name, number 92. Redbeard. All right, we got a guy that looks like he can hit for some pop at the plate. Who is this dude? He's pretty thick. McIntosh, right-handed batter for the Phillies up right now. He is the tying run at the plate, and he takes one of the uglier swings I've seen so far in the first couple of days. Spring training. Strike 1. That is a guy by the name of Creed Willems. Here's a slow roller to short. They flipped a second from 1 over to first in time. Folks. McIntosh Grounds into a double play, and the inning is over. The Phillies do get on the board with a pair of runs on a 2-run homer by Gabriel Rincones Jr. But the Orioles still have a 3-run lead as we now head to the 8th inning. It's the Orioles 6, the Phillies 3. Oh, wait, I can view deleted message. I can actually... Can I bring it back after I view it? Oh, I can pin the message? Can I pin it? Is it pinned even though it's been blocked? I don't know. I love how it starts with "I can't believe this." I can't believe like you hired a babysitter that you just found out as a meth addict or something. I can't believe, like, the audacity. I can't believe it. I join a live stream to find out that it's one of the worst streams I've ever encountered. And folks, I've had a lot of encounters. Stranger danger. Close encounters. Alien probing. So I'm unsubscribing, and you get a thumbs down from me. Adios. All right, well, at least give me a half star on the Yelp review, okay? Thanks. What do we have? Axl Rose and now Johnny Appleseed. I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts. And look, Froggy's just saying the same thing there at the end of the chat. I got a feeling maybe Johnny and Axel, they might know each other. In fact, they might be so close, you can almost say they're the same person. All right, top of the 8th we go. And Francisco is on the mound. He came in to get the final out in the 7th on 1 pitch, facing the Orioles' Luis Vasquez. And that pitch is under the hands inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. We are in the top of the 8th, 6-3 Orioles. Folks, once again, in terms of when we're on next, I'm really not sure. I will be posting on the community tab. Right now we got a meeting on the pitcher's mound. Trainer coming out. So this could take a minute. Actually, it looks like they're going to adjust that device in the hat. Something with the hat. Some hat maintenance going on right now. Yeah, folks, just do yourself a favor once again. If you don't have your notifications turned on for this channel, this time of the season might be a good time to do it. Because some games might be popping up without a whole lot of advance notice. You might not be able to catch one of my community posts, what have you. You don't want to miss it. And even if you can't be here live, you know, everything's archived. You can always watch it at your leisure later on that same day or evening. Fall asleep to it if you have to. In fact, that's a great way for me to get watch hours. Fall asleep to my ball games. If you don't like the sound of it, just mute it. Just let it play on mute. Still counts. All right, 2-1 the count on Vasquez, and he takes a called strike. It's even up at 2-2. Starting to get my second wind. It's 3:20 in the morning. I'm starting to get back into that being up at weird hours mode. It's starting to come back to me. I'm even getting used to sitting in this god-awful chair. It really is a pleasure to return to where I feel most comfortable. That pitch is high for ball 4. Folks, another visit from your boy, Ratso Rizzo.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Lead-off walk in the 8th. Oh, Robert, please don't consider getting busted. I'm telling you, it's the best of both worlds. I fall asleep listening to ball games all the time. Now, I don't know if the sound of my voice is going to help anybody get to sleep. I mean, according to some people that show up to my streams, I'm so boring. Maybe I'd be perfect to go to sleep to. But if you have it on mute, I know I'm draining some of your battery life or AC power. I'm adding to your electric bill. You know what? Never mind. There's no need for me to do you. It'd be like 3 cents worth of electric bill. That's just wasteful. That's wasteful. Barreto at the plate. You know, I go to Chipotle to get a Barreto. This pitch is fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Barreto with a runner at first. Nobody out. Top of the 8th. 6-3 Orioles. Second game of the spring. The Orioles looking to even up their record at 1 apiece. Not sure who they play tomorrow. That would be good to find out. Here's a throw down on a stolen base attempt, and the umpire says, "You're out." And that's something I'd like to see a replay of. The ball did get there. It looked like ahead of the runner, but the runner slid to the back side of the bag, while the tag looked to be on the front end. Yeah, I think Vasquez, you got to get your foot on the he doesn't. Vasquez needs to use one of his legs to plant it into the bag so he can stop his momentum. Instead, he sort of slid past and was only able to use his arm to get hold of the base, and that was when the tag was applied. Here is this kid, Willems, and I got to tell you, this dude, he looks like a dude from a backyard barbecue. He's ready to play some softball. He's down for whatever. He's drinking Schlitz, maybe a Miller High Life. He doesn't care. My goodness. This guy is my spirit animal. This dude looks like a roadie for Rush. Anyway, he fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm digging it. There's something timeless about the game of baseball, folks. We got a guy in the bullpen right now with hair that would be perfect in 1995. Here's a pop-up third base side on foul ground. On the warning track, the catch is made. And the inning is over. Lantigua makes the catch and foul ground. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Orioles ahead by 3. My goodness. I think it's time for one last lucky before I get out of here. Early days. I want to try to limit myself to 2 luckies per ball game, but early days here, I might have to depend on 3. Get me through. I don't recommend this as a good diet plan for anybody, but works for me. Hey, William, a little bit. I watched the Ravens and I watched the Commanders. Sort of getting back in the Commander fandom, I have to be honest. Growing up, when I did, there was only one team in the area for NFL action, and that was Washington's. So that was my team growing up. But they did enough for me to turn my back on them. But I didn't exactly just jump on Baltimore train because, I don't know, something just didn't feel right about it. I just sort of turned my back on the NFL in general. Wasn't really enjoying the sport that much anymore. And I got to tell you, what was about an 8 or 9 year period, I think, where I didn't watch a whole lot of NFL. And when I did start watching it again, sorry, there was a bug flying around in here. I think my back door is open. I think a moth just got its way in here. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm getting into the Commanders. I got to tell you, because now that the Dan Snyder era is over, I feel like I can give them another chance. And they've got an exciting quarterback there. Still like the Ravens, though. Still root them on. But it's difficult. It's the same like with the Nationals once they came into D.C. Like, I was living in D.C. when the Nationals arrived. And I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do? I mean, technically, my childhood home was geographically closer to downtown D.C. than downtown Baltimore. Am I supposed to be a Nats fan? What am I? No. There's no team I love more than the Orioles. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's like, it's beyond rooting for a sports team. This pitch is hit in the right center field and played terribly out there by the center fielder, and that's going to allow the batter to get an extra base. He moves up to second. There'll be a single and an error on Adams out there in center field. What the hell was he doing? That was Bush League. I mean, Bush League, folks. It really does show you how, like, the actual wins and losses in spring training, like, how can you possibly read anything into it? Like, if you look at the paper and just look at wins and losses, because, like, for example, here the Orioles have been ahead pretty much all game, but if suddenly you got guys in the game that can't field at all, can't pitch at all, you can just turn a 6-3 win into a 7-6 loss, no problem. Doesn't really mean anything because all of your good players have been out of the game for an hour. One to one the count on this guy. Sorry, my glasses are off. I just need a break. My eyes need a little bit of a break. I'd love to see a Commanders-Ravens Super Bowl, I'll tell you that. That would be, as the kids say, maybe 10 years ago, lit. Two balls and a strike on Henry. Henry, the batter, Bronovich, is the pitcher right now. Bernovich. Let's say Bernovich. I added an extra vowel that's not there. Payoff pitch coming here to Henry. Runner at second, nobody out in the bottom of the eighth. And that pitch is ball 4 outside. So the Phillies are going to have the tying run coming up to the plate with nobody out. Orioles trying to hang on here. Again, the result doesn't matter, but at the same time, I'll be a hypocrite and say it's kind of nice to have a win in the win column. That first spring win. Give your team a reason to line up along the infield there and high-five each other. This pitch is up and in, and here we go. Guess, luckily, this game doesn't matter, because if it did, I would be probably losing my mind right now. That's inside. And our boy in the mound cannot find the zone, and the catcher is going to come out and have a conversation. You talk to the pitcher, and I'll have a lucky. Does that sound fair?
Let me have a Diablo sandwich of Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Folks, hey, by the way, reminder, even if I'm, the next game I'm on, I'll probably be giving away some free memberships, free BirdWatcher badges, free. I'm your boy. Try to encourage more Badger community. By the way, the more members we have, the more custom emojis I'm allowed to add into the emoji list. That's how this YouTube game works, folks. More members means more badges. 2-1 the count on this guy. Upstairs 3-1. My goodness. Miller at the plate. A 3-1 count is the tying run. There's nobody out. Brnovich struggling right now for the Orioles. Okay, we got a pop-up foul here. 3-1. Oh, I'm sorry. 3-2. Make it even better. 3-2 the count. Come on now. Put him away. The badge is available. All it takes is a few shekels a month to help support the channel. Here's a pop-up in the shallow right field. The second baseman will back up and make the catch. The first out of the inning, and that's an important first out. Runners have to hold at first and second base. Who's the next no-name person? Who got next? Fellow by the name of Crawford. That's not J.P. Crawford. B. Rincones Jr., the guy who hit the 2-run homer for Philly a couple innings ago, he's on deck. That's the guy you don't want to face. First pitch to Crawford here is outside for ball one. First and second, one out. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A heater right down the gut. The 1-1 is a check swing foul off to the left. Let me see if I can look ahead and find out who we got next. Who got next? We are playing the Braves tomorrow. There is a called strike 3 on a curveball there. How about that? Second out of the inning. Big strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Brnovich might be able to get out of this jam here. Gotten a couple of outs now. One more to get, and here comes that Rincones Jr. who hit that. I don't know how far that ball went, but man, he crushed that home run that last time up. 2 down, and the first pitch is a strike. Rincones, the tying run at the plate. We're in the bottom of the 8th. And the home plate umpire grants a timeout. We get Toronto on the 27th. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so here's your schedule coming up short term. We get the Braves tomorrow. then Detroit the next day, Pittsburgh for the second time the day after that, and then we'll face the Blue Jays and perhaps Anthony Santander. Here's a pitch just off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike on Rincones. Next pitch, he gets into one here, but that's right at center field. And that'll be the final out of the inning. So the Orioles will go on to the 9th inning with a 3-run lead. Baltimore 6, Philadelphia 3, going to the 9th, folks. And couldn't come at a better time because I'm running out of steam. This last Lucky's zapping the energy right out of me. Ready to close up shop. Been great having you guys here today. I'm sure the turnout isn't as large as the opening game of spring was yesterday, but that's okay. It was a great turnout yesterday. Over 1,200 people for a meaningless game in February. Take it. I'll take that to the... I'll buy that for $1. Ain't that right? Hey, we're over 60 likes. Again, getting to 100 like yesterday was never really a realistic goal, but it's a solid number. Thanks so much for the support, everybody. I guess I've been hanging on the same screen. Excuse me. Sorry. That was a little bit disgusting on my part. What I get for smoking. Yeah, I haven't been chilling out over on this side between innings as much during the game. I've forgotten to play DJ over here. I've been too busy looking at the scorecard to tell you who these players are. Watching at this stage of the game? Yeah, great. I mean, again, we've got every player involved in the game at this point. People nobody knows. And yet we still got people watching. I think it's too early to make the call, Michael, but again, I think the Orioles are going to try to do everything they can to give Grayson that chance. Because he is the future. Zach Eflin would be the other guy if Grayson doesn't look sharp in the spring. But Eflin is in the final year of his current contract. His future with the club, not certain. By the way, Judd Fabian just drilled a base hit in the left field leading off the top of the 9th. Nice piece of hitting by Judd Fabian. Cody Stashik is on the pitch for the Phillies, and he gave up that opening single. Let's see if the Orioles can tack on one or two more runs today. It's Dylan Beavers at the plate now, and there goes the runner. Throw down, and that one's in time. My goodness, the Orioles so far, first 2 games in the spring. Are we 0 for 3 in stolen base attempts? Bradfield Jr. got thrown out yesterday, and we've been caught twice today. Are you kidding me? We gotta think our team needs to do some sprinting exercises between now and the next game. My goodness. Well, we've run ourselves into 3 outs today. Thank God this isn't a real game. Okay, Dylan Beavers has a 2-1 count. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 9th. Yeah, I just think Grayson makes more sense. If it's a tie, here's a line drive into right field, and man, does that stolen base attempt really hurt, because that's a double for Dylan Beavers. And yeah, we just gave a run away. A 1 out double by Beavers. Turn on the sprinkler, I guess. But yeah, I just think, you know, if it's like a tie, you're going to give it to Grayson, because again, you're trying to mold him into your ace. If he can be your ace, he's going to be with the team for longer term. Whereas Eflin, it's his last year. Chances of re-signing him, I would say, is less than 50%. It's just, you know, they like testing the market. They like testing free agency, and I don't blame them. Benuelos at the plate. 1 out runner at second base, and here's a tapper to third. He'll check the runner back to second, over to first, for the out, second out here in the 9th. Two down in the 9th for the Orioles. Last chance to add on to this 3-run lead. They have a runner at second base. And Adams, who misplayed a ball in center field in the last half inning, chance to redeem himself with an RBI opportunity. He takes high for ball 1. Oh yeah, now I forgot to go back over on this one. You see, I just... I'm half asleep, I got to be honest. My eyes are half closed. My glasses are up. That one's drilled left center field, and that's down for a hit. Coming around to score is Beavers, and the Orioles do, in fact, tack on another run here, another inning where we find a run. It is 7-3, folks. My goodness. Well, I gave it another chance, and it's still the worst stream I've ever seen. I'd rather watch Trevor Phillips be in a dress on a bridge than watch this crap. Bye-bye. Here's a tip, Johnny Appleseed. If you don't like something, you don't even have to waste your time explaining why you don't like something. You just go. Or, you know, maybe you're doing it the right way, and I should adopt what you do. Maybe I'll, you know what? I'm willing to give that a try. You know, if I start watching a TV show and I'm not liking it, I'll just contact the production company and demand an apology for wasting my time. This ball's hit deep down the right field corner, and that ball is foul. Servideo nearly found a home run down the right field line. Yeah, that's when you really know you don't like something. When you stick around, wait for the opportunity to be able to type something in again. Type what amounts to like an essay. That really shows this has got to be the worst thing you've ever found. Here's a ball popped up on the infield and foul ground first base side. The catch is made and the inning is over. The Orioles add on one more run. The final run of the day, it should seem, as they now lead it 7-3. 7 runs on 10 hits. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles looking for their first win of the preseason. I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to be like, what is it? Like concerned or like, am I supposed to be rattled by a comment like that? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what sort of reaction that I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. Folks, bottom of the ninth coming up. My goodness. There is some chatter going on outside, but I've been nursing this coffee the whole time. It's still here. And now it's gone. I did it. I got to the bottom of the ninth. I spread out my caffeine perfectly. The worst stream. Boy, what does it say about the rest of you guys? You guys have terrible taste. Why the hell are you watching the worst stream on YouTube? The world are you doing? All right, bottom of the ninth. The Orioles have pitcher number 93 up there, and first pitch is off the plate for ball one. Kemp. Oh, it's Bernovich still out there for the Orioles. It's a different Kemp. Not the same Kemp, Tony Kemp we had at the very beginning of last season. Another Kemp, a right-handed batter. Phillies got a 1-1 to count. Pitch from Bernovich is in there for strike two. It's the Braves game at 1 o'clock. Probably, yes. In fact, every game is at 1 o'clock until you get all the way up to the 6th of March. Here's a base hit right back up the middle. A leadoff single by Kemp. Phillies going to try to rally here in the ninth. The Orioles have a 4-run cushion here to work with. Yeah, Braves, Tigers, Pirates, Blue Jays, Twins, Pirates again, Phillies, Red Sox, Twins again. All 105 first pitches. We are not getting a late game, which will be 6:05 p.m. first pitch against the Pirates on Thursday, March the 6th. No, Matt, I'm the worst. You're not the worst. I'm the worst. I just realized the way I sit, I like plant this arm on the side of the chair. And like it pushes up one shoulder, and I'm looking at myself on the monitor. It looks like I have like a hunchback or something. I got terrible posture, but my goodness, it's not that bad. My shoulders are even. I'm too self-conscious with this HD thing. I'm too out there. Again, I can't even wear half of my shirts on the stream anymore. I could get away with it when I wasn't in HD. My old t-shirts I've been wearing for 5 years or more. I gotta do some clothes shopping. Check on the runner, he's back at first base. 2-2 the count on Lantigua at the plate. Bernovich has thrown 31 pitches so far, and there's a nice pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Oh, I'm sorry. That was strike three. Excuse me.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
First out of the ninth. 2 more to go. Let's wrap her up. Taylor, left-handed batter in the plate, and he swings and misses on the first pitch. A changeup. Bernovich. check Rock Kabatko's Twitter if he's been doing any live tweeting during the game. If there's anything happening. 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 minutes ago, he says Dylan Beavers doubles in the 9th. Looked good at the plate. Oh, Basayo. We've already got a quote from Basayo about the automatic ball and strike challenge. And that's strike 2 to Taylor at the plate here with 1 out in the 9th. 1-2 the count. Basayo on the ABS challenge said, I caught the ball and thought it was a strike, so I immediately tapped my mask. Last year, I had some experience with it and used it a few times. I didn't use it as much as maybe one would think just because I was scared to fail, but I used it on and off. Well, my friend, my young 20-year-old Padawan, you used it well, sir. You used it well. We got a 2-2 count on Taylor. And the pitch is a called strike 3. That changeup on the inside corner of the plate. Nice pitch by Brnovich.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well done, folks. We are 1 out away from the first win of any kind in the year 2025. First pitch here to McIntosh is a sinker high for ball 1. I think it's possible, Michael, but, you know, I don't think it's as likely as it would have been before the spring training started. But I don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible either for a trade to be made as early as May. We saw it happen last year when Luis Arraez was traded to San Diego. You know, I think teams are starting to realize, like, if you can definitely pinpoint a trade opportunity and a need that you got to address, why wait till July, mid to late July to do it? Got another team interested in what you have to give back, go ahead and make a trade. Here's a check swing on a 1-2 pitch and no swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Here we go. 1 more strike to go. Now, swing and a miss, strike 3, and this ball game is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
All right, whatever that bug is just flew right over my face. Folks, the Orioles in the win column. Cade Povich made the start through 26 pitches, 2 innings, did not give up a hit or a walk, had a strikeout. And don't forget, folks, about the love machine. Machine with a 3-for-3 day, including a home run, a double, and what was it, 3 RBI for the guy? Who are these people? He's just a love machine. I got to hear it one more time before we get out of here. Because, again, we may never hear this again.
You know, like everything. Hey, I'm just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just
3 for 3, 2 RBI, and a run scored. I got to give the player of the game to the male machine. I hope I see him again in another game. All right, folks. So your final score is 7-3. 7 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Baltimore. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Phillies. Win and loss. Do we have that? Does it matter? Probably not. That was up on the ESPN page, but I'm over on their schedule page right now. It's like I don't even know or something. Cade Povich is actually credited for the win, and Brnovich actually gets credited for the save. 2 innings of 2-hit, 1-walk ball. He struck out 4. All right, folks, that about does it there. Anybody got any last words before we get out of here? Once again, next game is subject to availability or what have you. There could be a game as early as the next couple of days, but it could also be another full week before I'm back on the air. Again, I would advise you to hit that notification bell, turn it on. I won't bug you with anything else but a live ball game. It's good to know. The Red Sox are up 5-4 on the Blue Jays in the Grapefruit League. And now they're cutting away to some other action. Okay, folks. Job complete. There ain't a game that's televised that I don't cover. That's all I do. The hat says hello. Charm City Chat, take care. Be sure to hit that like on the way out if you haven't done so already. Tell a friend about the channel, why don't you? Spread the word. Spread the love. 2025. Season 72 for the Baltimore Orioles. Wow, look at that. I think my voice is going out. You know what? Back-to-back nights calling a ball game after several months off. Maybe I need to go a week without calling a game because suddenly my voice just got scratchy. All right, folks. That's my cue to get out of here. I hope you had a good time. Have a good rest of your weekend and week to come. Cross your fingers. Our boys stay healthy. And if these games aren't televised, let's just hope whatever we're not able to see that things are going well. We'll check the box scores and see what our boys are doing, all right? Until then, folks, this has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.